Hey, my tribe. This is Queen Amina Black Love. I'm coming at you with case updates in the Tim Norman murder for hire trial. It's been reported through different news reports that there's new, fresh info having to do with details that lead up to the killing of Andre Montgomery. Now, as we all know, in the month of August, just last month, Tim Norman, along with a young lady by the name of Terica Ellis, were arrested and charged with murder for hire in the death related to Andre Montgomery. Police files say that there was an involvement with the robbery that happened at Miss Robbie's house, who is the grandmother of Andre Montgomery and the mother to Tim Norman. That her house was burglarized, 220 grand was taken from her home, including jewelry and cash, saying that this was her life savings. So this was reported in the month of June of 2015. Now, there's a lot of details, and as the timeline goes, this insurance policy was taken out by Tim Norman on his nephew, Andre Montgomery, who ended up murdered in the year of 2014. So this is just some interesting things to note and put a tack in when we talk about the timeline. So he had took this policy out in the year of 2014. The burglary that happened at Miss Robbie's home was June 7th of 2015. Of course, they had this show on Oprah called Welcome to Sweetie Pie. So they were, former reality TV stars. So they were known to the public very well. On the night of the robbery, Miss Montgomery called the police. She said she had returned to her home from a vacation to discover that her house had been ransacked. Her life savings and retirement funds she kept in the cash drawers and safes were all gone. So of course, the initial suspects were Andre, and then later on down the road, because of information gotten from Andre, Tim Norman, of course, was a suspect himself. So once this happened back in 2015, Andre left. He left St. Louis and moved back to a small town in Texas where he came from initially, and stayed there for maybe 9 to 10 months. And then he came back to speak with the police. In 2016, March 10th was the exact date. They never closed that case. They kept that case open, so they called him back to, be interviewed and to take a lie detector test. And supposedly on that date, he had been using drugs, marijuana, and it skews the test somehow. So he said that he would come back and take the test. But of course, that never happened because Andre was gunned down in the street 4 days later. So they're saying in that initial test, they said that he wanted to clear himself because he said he didn't do it, but he knows or he thinks that his Uncle Tim may have had something to do with it. So this is how that's being tied into that whole murder for hire, because this young lady that Tim hired to lure him outside, Terica Ellis, said that she did it because Tim told her he wanted to talk to him about the robbery that happened at his mom's house. So he needed her to sort of lure him out and find him so he would know where to get with Andre. And then she, supposedly saying she had no idea he would kill him. But if you think about it, why would he need you to lure him outside to get to him? It's his nephew. So why do you need to lure him out? If you give him information, Andre's here, okay, if he just needed to talk with him, he could have gone to the house by you giving him just the information where he was. So apparently, this young lady, Terica Ellis, made 2 phone calls once she found Andre or got Andre at the house. Said the first one was to Tim Norman himself. The second one was to an unknown male. So we still don't have information who that unknown male was. And even at this point, they're saying that it's just Tim and Terica that are being brought up on the charges for murder to hire. At this point, they are both in federal prison in the St. Louis area. They've both been locked up and are in federal prison facing those charges of murder to hire and, of course, for the death of Andre Montgomery. To date, some of the newer stuff that's been circulating in the past few weeks is that they were both, at this point, have been supposed to meet in court a couple times, of which Tim never showed up. Once he said he was sick, and then once they said somebody said he just was embarrassed. He didn't want to show up. At any rate, now they are due to be in court again on October 7th. And I don't know how these things work. I don't know why they're going to court so many times before they actually go to trial. But it must be a necessity. They both been denied bail. Terica wanted bail because she said she has a sick child that she needs to get out to care for, but they denied her. So they're both in jail at this point, awaiting trial. This is still a developing thing. There's a lot more to be told here, and we're just going to try to keep you abreast as to what's going on. So, as always, thanks for watching. Thank you for joining me. Go ahead and hit subscribe, like, share my video. This has been Queen Amina Black Love. Much peace and love to your day.